Being for itself, or pour-soi in French, is a fundamental concept in existential philosophy, specifically in the works of Jean-Paul Sartre. It represents a mode of being characterized by consciousness, subjectivity, and freedom. Being for itself is contrasted with being in itself, or En-soi in French, which pertains to inanimate objects and things that do not possess consciousness or freedom. This distinction between being for itself and being in itself is central to understanding Sartre's existentialist framework. Sartre's existentialism places a strong emphasis on human freedom and the subjective nature of individual existence. His exploration of being for itself is crucial in this context as it addresses the nature of human consciousness and existence. While Sartre's concept of being for itself is unique, it draws upon earlier existential and phenomenological thought, especially Martin Heidegger's analysis of Dasein and Edmund Husserl's studies of consciousness. Being for itself is defined by its capacity for consciousness, self-awareness, self-reflection, and free action. It's the state of being aware of one's existence and constantly questioning and redefining oneself. A key feature of being for itself is the freedom to choose and to define oneself. Unlike inanimate objects, that is, beings in themselves, which are fixed and determined, beings for themselves are free and constantly in a state of becoming. Being for itself is essentially subjective. It's not only aware of itself, but also capable of viewing and interpreting the world from its unique perspective. Sartre's famous dictum that existence precedes essence is closely tied to the concept of being for itself. This notion underscores the idea that individuals first exist and then define their temporary essences through choices and actions. Sartre introduces the idea of nothingness as central to being for itself. This nothingness represents the absence of fixed essence in humans, the space in which freedom and choice operate. Being for itself carries immense responsibility, as it's constantly creating itself through choices. These choices define not just the individual, but their view of the world and their place in it. The freedom intrinsic to being for itself is both liberating and crushing. This freedom leads to existential angst, the full recognition of the extent of one's profound freedom and the resultant responsibility for one's choices. The concept has had a significant impact on psychology, sociology, and philosophy, influencing how human beings and their subjective experiences are understood. In conclusion, being for itself, as conceptualized by Sartre, offers a profound understanding of human existence. It emphasizes consciousness, freedom, and the relentless project of self-definition. This existential perspective invites individuals to embrace their freedom, confront their subjectivity, and continuously engage in the authentic creation of their being.